I like that. There we go. Hello. I like that. There we go. Hello. We got sound. You're going to hear me a million times there. All right, there we go. Oh, Jason, hello. Thank you for being here to hang with the cool crowd. Tressa's here. Courtney's here. Hello. How's everyone doing this evening? Be sure to go ahead and drop your question. Drop your theme in the chat. Put a thumbs up on the video. Help the algorithms. Use the little emojis. All the good stuff. All right. I already see Tressa with a question here. She was ready to go. She was ready to go. So we're going to jump in. Let everybody get settled. Sorry I missed everybody on Frequency Friday. It was just, it's been, the beginning of the eclipse portal. Doing okay. The end of the eclipse portal here, with today being the final day. Woo, I tell you, things up until this point. And this kind of culminates in the big party for this eclipse portal. Today is the last day to book a destiny path reading. So if you or anyone you know has been thinking about that, be sure to send them to my Instagram or to my messenger, or they can email me, Stephanie at Creators on the Crest. Those have to be booked by this evening. They are going fantastically. We're going to get into Teresa's question. If anyone else would like to drop a question, please go ahead and drop it in the chat. Don't be shy. Drop it in the chat if you're here. Tressa says, the universe is trying to teach me something by the rejection after rejection. I don't know how to fix something I'm not getting. Any input is greatly appreciated here. Ooh, I'm going to get a little bit of rejection is a tough one, isn't it? Rejection is a tough one. I'm going to go ahead and pull a card from the Cosmic Timing Oracle deck, because you've got some pentacles here. Pentacles are those earthly, financial, career matters, that kind of thing. And I do believe that's the type of rejection you're talking about. So there's definitely some timing things here. All right, so Tressa, the rejection. There are lessons and messages here for you with the Seven of Pentacles that speak to how you nurture yourself during this rejection that you've been feeling. This kind of things just aren't lining up. I would think they would have lined up. But the Seven of Pentacles also indicates that you've planted the seeds. We can see all the beautiful, colorful seeds down here. The seeds have been planted. They just haven't been sown yet. And something is still growing here. Something is growing together for you. And it's going to come into your energy. Looks like sooner than later. So with the rejection, I think this is just a period that you have to move through. And I do think it is teaching you something, which we'll get to that in a minute. But at the moment, this is about having faith in the seeds you've planted and nurturing those, nurturing yourself even through the rejection. So this would mean anything to do with like self-care, positive self-talk, making sure that if your mind starts to go to those places where you're second guessing yourself, where you're rejecting yourself, or where you're getting too caught up in like it has to be perfect or it has to be this way, or the I'm not good enough story, right? Those, when the brain's wheels start turning, and I think you've got a little bit of that going on, it has a tendency to unground you, but you're meant to remain grounded here through this momentum that you're experiencing with these rejections here. Okay. And so what is it teaching you? Well, for one thing, it's teaching you patience. It's teaching you strategy. I love the progression from the 7 that we have here to this Knight that you've got here, because we are making movement. We are moving in the right direction. I feel like it's taking longer than you would like it to. And then mixed in with that has been some no's or some rejections, right? And so That's what's coming up here. There's a few ways in which, like, if we look at the path of pentacles, it's pretty straight, but we have a few like off to the side here, and I think there is something going on with the universe right now for you with your particular blueprint, where there may be some side tracks that are important for you to look at. So if you're going down your path and all of a sudden you kind of get sidetracked, like something you think is going to go through does not go through for you, there's like a nugget of learning there. And I do feel like it's connected in with your belief in yourself, with I feel like your self-esteem, like self-esteem wise, it looks really good. Like I feel like you're confident about what you can do. But the where there seems to be a little bit of I don't trust myself is, can I show that? Can I tell that? Can I express that? Can I sell myself? All right? So that's where it's getting into. That's what it's getting into. Can I sell myself here with this? Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't think you're going to have to wait super long. I think you have to be patient with yourself in this process. But when I pulled the timing card, you got in autumn, and we're getting, I mean, it's the equinox. We're getting ready here to move from summer into autumn. So this is coming for you. I don't think the rejections are going to persist, but I would take some time. I'm almost seeing you like, um if you've ever like channeled and journaled at the same time, like almost like getting yourself a little bit of time, getting into a meditative space, a blank sheet of paper, your favorite pen or pencil, whatever you use, and just start automatic writing. I think there's something in there. Let the words come, let the words flow, let the images, the sketches, the scribbling, whatever it might be, let it flow, because it seems like there's something in there in that process that's going to inform you further about this. I don't think this is something that's going to keep you snagged for very long though. But it feels like it kind of feels like it's sticky to you. I see how it feels like that, but I don't see it sticking around, if that makes sense. So you have something coming up here in autumn, right? Think about the whole season. We got the next couple months, right? Until winter, till the winter solstice. So give yourself this time to really build yourself up, believe in yourself, and despite any rejections, which I kind of think that's past, it feels like it's past, and you're going to be moving forward with something. But let them inform you, let them teach you. And the eclipse brings us the awareness that we get to have a new beginning as we move through the eclipse portal. And so really this is about you establishing that new beginning and taking some of the things that sounded great to you that you really wanted to be a part of, and blending that into your wish list, your cosmic wish list, so to speak. And nothing, I'm not seeing any deficit of skills or deficit of talent or anything like that. I don't feel that. It just feels slower to unwind here, and some minor lessons in the sidetracks that you're getting. Doesn't feel like a stuck forever kind of energy. All right, welcome everyone. If you're just dropping in, go ahead and ask your question or theme in the live chat. We've already begun, and I'd love to have some more people drop in. I will go for an hour, and hopefully we can get everybody answered or get some general messages if it is kind of a slow night. I'm learning to go with it. My garage sale was very slow this year. It's the slowest garage sale with the least amount of people that I've ever seen. I've had like 5 garage sales. And, you know, much like Teresa was asking about the rejections, there's lessons in this. There's these little lessons of what are we going to weave into our new beginning and what are we going to leave behind, right? And so it's up to us to figure that out. If you're in here and you enjoy the content on Creators on the Crest, be sure to put a thumbs up on the video. That helps with the algorithms and getting it out to the rest of the subscribers. I was kind of late putting this out tonight into the algorithms. So all the little emojis that you could use, the little heart on the side and things like that, and the thumbs up, it really, really helps. Appreciate it. We've got Kimberly up next. Kimberly says, there are many people in my life, including myself, that have received serious health news in the past week. What is the lesson in this for me, please? Yeah, some big wondering, like, what am I supposed to be learning here? Oh, yeah, there's we're gonna go. I've got the Wizard's Tarot for you, Kimberly, and we're gonna go to the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle. It's very interesting, kind of the mirror. Like Teresa's asking a question about the rejection she receives, right? You're talking about the health and serious health news. And all of this happening in this compact 2 week, we had a lot happen collectively as well, socially, um, culturally, very interesting time that we've had. Okay, so for you in particular, Kimberly, this is looking very much like a spiritual part of your journey. You got the Hierophant, the number 5. The number 5 comes with challenges. The Hierophant comes with challenges. Look at the background of the chalkboard. What in the world is going on there, right? Like, this is getting into like quantum physics fields and things like that. And I think it has to do with healing on the quantum level. And that may be something for you to look into, something for you to start researching. And we've got kind of this, instead of mind over matter, what I'm feeling is like energy transformation over matter, right? And so there's this transformational energy that's coming through with wisdom. It's coming through with opportunities as well. I don't think the answers for you in particular lie with, let's say, the medical field or even on an emotional feeling. I think this has much more to do with the quantum field, the etheric field, and your journey through there. There seems to be some connection for you to do with timelines as well, like maybe feeling like you're stretched over multiple timelines, or you're wanting to go on this organic timeline and head that way, and then like you feel pulled, like something feels like keeps pulling you back. I feel like pulled backwards. But there's some fresh energy coming in for you and coming in really fast with the 8 of Wands. The 8 is a good number to have here. It's a number of abundance. Usually this means an important message. And I don't think it's more, serious health news. I think this is something that is aligned with a solution, is aligned with something, something though that maybe you didn't expect. It kind of comes out of left field. I'm kind of feeling into the next few weeks for you. And whatever this is that comes in, your job is just to be present and accept and pay attention, because it's going to come quickly, and it's going to come, maybe, like I said, out of left field from somewhere you're not expecting. All right. And so just be ready for it, because it comes fast and passionately. It may be in the form of some sort of download or message that you receive, but instead of it being like in the practical world, it is more like from the spiritual world, because you had that Hierophant here. And it's really important for you to pay attention to these higher wisdoms in your greater being, not necessarily even in just your body. I'm a big proponent of listening to the body and letting the body inform. But for you, Kimberly, this time it feels more quantum. It feels more like we got to kind of turn ourselves inside out here. And you also got an oracle message here from the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle that says, accept, may you receive what is as it comes. And I think anytime we receive serious health news about ourselves, about people we care about, what's going on, there tends to be that moment of like shock and like, I don't know if I can handle this kind of thing. And that then we kind of grieve, and coming on the other side of the grief is the acceptance, which I think is what is coming for you. And I also get this feeling of like it has to do with where you can actually uh, create transformation and where you can't. And it's important for you to distinguish between the two and put your energy to where you can actually create the transformation, not to where you can't, which may mean someone else's serious health issue, making sure you have healthy boundaries around that in a support role and not in a taking it on. And one quick example that I have, this can be tricky, especially with sensitive people, intuitive empaths. Um, my mom had toe surgery for hammer toes, and the day I went to pick her up from her surgery, the one toe that she had the most problems with on my foot, I was having pain in that toe. And I knew it wasn't my pain, right? And Kimberly, I think that's something that you might want to work on, seeing if you can clear out of your energy field, okay? Because I had to do some work to release that and get the pain to stop, because I love my mother. I was taking on pain for her so she didn't have to suffer the pain, right? And so just watch out for that. I think it's something important for you. Nancy G's here. Hi, Nancy. Girl Gone. Hello. Mariana. Hello. Good to see everybody here tonight. Thank you so much for showing up. Yay. Okay, so I'm just making sure I'm being careful that I get everybody. Courtney's up next. She would like guidance for her greatest good. She's been feeling a lot of emotional weight and heavy, feeling defeated, and no matter what I do, it doesn't work. Feeling stuck, and I have no idea what direction to go. What's up for Courtney here in all this? What guidance does she need? Sometimes we ask the universe and it shows us the obvious. Okay. I'm going to get a timing card for you, Courtney, because I feel like it feels kind of like Teresa's situation where you're working at it and it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out, or there's a rejection. It doesn't work out. Why? When am I going to get this, this fresh start? When is something going to stick here? And not in a stuck way, but stick for your momentum. Okay. This is interesting. So here's the way the universe states the obvious sometimes when we ask our questions. This is the Eight of Swords. This is that feeling of, I feel defeated. I can't see which direction to go. I can't feel which direction to go. I don't feel connected to where I'm supposed to go. I thought I did. I put my energy into that, and now I just feel like I'm looping. I feel like I'm looping in this place of what do I do, right? The Eight of Swords is very much a card that indicates that we feel trapped within ourselves, especially within the mind, because we're dealing with the swords energy with no direction to go. However, much like here we go with the overlapping energies with some of you that are asking questions, kind of like Kimberly gets something out of nowhere. You've got the Chariot here. Things are going to start rolling here. This card in particular from this deck is a very active Chariot. Sometimes you see the Chariot in a very paused position, whether it be horses or the Sphinx, and they're just sitting still. And there's an energy of stillness. But in this card, there's active. We've got the white and the black horse, which represents balance. So we're coming up here. We're shifting. This shift from Virgo into Libra season, I think, is going to help you feel a lot better. I think you're going to feel better, know better, see better, understand better, perceive better. All of those things are going to open up for you in Libra season. All right. So you're literally passing through this portal, but things are going to start moving with the Chariot. And I feel like you're going to have this like more steady control over it. You'll be like, okay, now I've got the reins. And we're on the move here. We're on the move with the Chariot. The Chariot is also connected to your intuition, Cancerian energy, right? So intuitive energy. So looking in your chart to the fourth house energies and to the sign of Cancer, wherever that might be, opening up into that. That's probably where things are going to get rolling. So if you are able to check your astrology chart, check for fourth house, Cancerian energy. Where is it in your chart? And then how could you make a move in that direction, right? Like, for example, is it in Jupiter? Is it about expansion? Or more interestingly, do you not have any of that in your chart? And if so, that may be why you don't feel quite yet connected with what's coming. But when I pull the cosmic timing card for you, next week, something is coming through for you next week. This time on the clock too is at 11. It's like 11:14, 11:15. Something coming through next week that could even be connected to something that will solidify in November, mid-November, 11:14, 11:15. Interestingly, it's not 11:11 because you always see a lot of times 11:11, but it literally is like 11:14. It's like it's moving between the 14 and the 15. And I think that might be representative of your energy. The 4 being stability, the 5 being change, stability, change, right? And it may feel to you like, again, I'm kind of inching along. Nothing's really coming through. When's it gonna come through? But something next week. Be ready. Because here's this chariot coming in. Here's this chariot saying it's time to get on the move here. And I don't sense this, Courtney, as any like action that you need to like, oh, what action do I need to take? I think it's more of a momentum where you're going to like, oh, now I feel the momentum. Now it's coming through. Very interesting that some of you have probably been sitting with this energy through the portal and it's getting ready to clear for you. It's getting ready to clear pretty quickly on the other side of this here. And that would be very appropriate for this partial solar eclipse that we have, for the energies that are shifting from, we're going from earth into air. So things, communications are going to pick up again. But we got Libra, so there's going to be a balance there. But it's going to pick up, is what I feel like. All right, Courtney, thank you. Let's go to Nancy G. Hello, Nancy. What is coming? You're asking, can I tell you what is coming toward you in October? Okay, so you're looking into, and it's almost here. Oh my goodness, how? Nancy G would like to know what's coming toward her in October. What's coming toward her in October? All right. And let's get you a Sea Soul Journeys Oracle here, because you're asking about the time already. So your timing, you're like, okay, I want to look at October. What is coming toward me? I would say a new feeling of stability or new experience of stability is coming in, possibly a masculine energy. You got the Emperor here, Nancy G. So this could represent a stabilized masculine energy coming toward you. Maybe somebody you know coming toward you. This would be somebody who's pretty stable. They've got things figured out. They could be a little bit on the Emperor can be a little bit on the arrogant side sometimes of things. Or this person's just really confident when they express themselves. This could also come in the form for you of, this can represent the father, Aries energy, the masculine ancestry on the father or paternal line may be coming up for you. Could be a family member represented here as well, or someone that feels like family to you. Could be past life family as well. I think you're going to enjoy this energy a little bit, and I think it's going to bring an air of curiosity to you. So again, this could come in the form of a person. I kind of lean toward a person. I kind of lean towards someone coming into your field of awareness in October. But it could be a theme connected to paternal energies, the father, something like that. But I do kind of feel like this is a character. When I looked at this Emperor card, I think someone that carries a lot of masculine energy is coming in. And I think you're gonna have a little fun with this. I think there's something about the nature of your sense of humor that is lighthearted and fun. And there's like more of a I'm grounded, but I'm also free spirited kind of feeling here. So it feels like a really good energy to counterbalance this emperor energy, which is more I'm stable, I got this, I got everything figured out. The page of pentacles is more like, no, let's turn it around, let's look at a different perspective, let's shake things up a little. And this feels to me more like your energy, Nancy. It feels more like, let's have a little fun with this. We can still be grounded, we can be practical, we can stabilize, but let's just experiment here. Let's explore. Let's have a little fun. I think you're going to receive this pretty well. And I think also this energy or this person has a tendency to make you feel held and supported. And you got held from the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle. And it says, may you feel the ocean's caress. If you could get to an ocean, definitely it would be a good time for that for you. There could be somebody, this person's energy that's coming in could have some sort of relationship to an ocean. They might live by an ocean. You know, there's some sort of ocean kind of indicator here in October as well. This honestly, it feels pretty good, Nancy. It feels like something good is coming in for you, something supportive on the masculine energies is coming in for you in October, which is really good. I think you're going to have fun with it. I don't think you're going to take it so seriously that you can't have a good time with the person or the situation, or even if it is something like father and paternal line, healing that you're doing. I think you're going to be able to move through it in a way that you have a little fun with it. You're able to laugh as well as cry. It feels like you have a lighthearted energy around this. So you'll have to come back in November and let us know what happened there. Okay. Good question. Wow. I love these questions. Love these questions. Good questions. Thank you, Nancy. All right. Mariana's here. Mariana says, what awaits me soon with love and money? Love and money. Wow. Okay. Whoa. Cards are starting to. Mariana's energy is like, yeah, I want to know. Let me know what's going on here. So we got Mariana, then Girl Gone. Yay. I'm so happy to be back with the creator crew. So exciting. And I will be back this next Friday for Frequency Friday. And darn it, I'm trying to get one of my recorded videos out. It's for Leo, but there's like multiple videos in this one big long one. So there'll be multiple timestamps, and I'm really trying to make it a goal to get that out. I can't promise anything at this point because every time I say I'm going to do it, I'm like, I don't really know. I don't want to over promise and under deliver, but I'm trying for it. I'm trying for it. So things are moving, but they're moving slow. Okay, so Mariana, we're going to go. I'm going to go to the timing deck here for you too. Looking at these two cards. Whew. Oh boy. Yeah, y'all, things are going to be happening for you all. Like, I literally feel like everyone's going to wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden things are going to be moving. Things are going to be happening. People are going to start showing up. It's looking really good, Mariana, with like finances and money. The King of Pentacles coming through. King of Pentacles is an energy where the abundance just comes. It's like you're the magnet and it attracts in the abundance. This is a mastery of the physical world. This is something coming in for you. And I love how we have, like, with you being in this position of wisdom and being that magnetizing force. I love how we have the wolf here in this card as the familiar, as the friend. This could come through in a sense of companionship. So this could come through in small ways, like, for example, a friend might want to treat you to dinner or treat you to a spa day. Somebody else picks up the bill for you, that kind of thing, but it also indicates, yeah, things are looking pretty darn abundant here, and you're looking to be in good shape and feeling good about it. And it's not like you have to do a whole lot for this. This is just being in your energy, being in an energy of gratitude, having those channels of giving and receiving open. And that's where this energy can find you, in that magnetized force. But it feels very like it's a companion energy for you, with this wolf is really standing out to me here for you. And then the other card, I think, has to do with love. This is the star card. This is Aquarius energy. Could represent Aquarius energy in a person, but it could also represent your own energy or just your connection to what you're looking for with love. This is going to strengthen, it's going to flow more deeply. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I feel like you've been releasing a lot in the category of love, because I just got really uncomfortable, and then all of a sudden it cleared. Like, I was like, oh, like something came up from my heart through my throat and oh, cleared. Okay. So I feel like you could see in the card this cord of energy going down from the star to her heart. She has a grasp on it. I feel like you haven't had a grasp on it before, but you're going to actually feel the connection to what you're manifesting in love. And also, there will be a window where something might come in, something or someone might come in. You've got King energy here with the finances and the money. You've got this connection to who and what you're trying to manifest. It's looking really good. I think feels like you're very open-minded about it, like you would welcome in the different ways that these things could come. And I think that's important. But it also says something for you is going to happen in a few weeks. In a few weeks. And we've got the swan. Now, interestingly, the swans, representing romantic love energy, they mate for life. But here in the picture, we have one swan. So that could be significant. This could be you coming into a great committed alignment with the energies that you want in love and relationships. You could be the swan that is on the other side, and this swan is swimming toward you. So I always go the wrong way because it's like a mirror. So this swan would be swimming toward you, and you're over here, and this one's coming toward you to join with you. And we've got those beautiful lotus flowers, those lily pad lotus flowers floating there. Something's coming in, and it very much has to do with your own energy and where you're at in a vibrational frequency, more so than it does an actual other person. But when you're in the right vibrational energy, you attract the other person or the resources or the finances. So it's looking good. And again, you guys are going to have to check back in the next few weeks, because a lot of things seem to be happening in a short amount of time for you all, or this season coming up. So thank you. Mariana Girl Gone is next, and she says, can I please get a read on my general reading for the next couple of weeks? You want the next couple of weeks? Yes. All right. Things seem to be happening. What is going on? We're using the Wizard's Tarot here for Girl Gone in the next couple of weeks. Yes, and if there's anyone on who's been listening but you haven't dropped a question and you'd like to, please go ahead. Sometimes what I do, if I don't have as many on tonight, I'll pull some general cards or maybe some extra oracle messages. So that'll be kind of fun. But we'll see. Sometimes people come in as we go. Okay, for Girl Gone. next couple of weeks. What's going on for Girl Gone the next couple of weeks? Okay, we're going to go to the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle for you here because, again, you've presented the time frame. It was interesting because I knew I had to have the cosmic timing cards for some people, but I knew I had to have another deck for others, and this one was really calling. I love this one. Connect with the healing power of the ocean. So we're going to get you a card, Girl Gone, for the from the ocean, Mother Ocean, and that beautiful water element. This one's sticking right out. Okay, so this is very interesting. The next couple weeks, we have the King of Wands energy coming in, and this is fascinating to me. We've had the King of Pentacles for someone. We've had the Emperor. King of Wands, very much kind of a cousin of the Emperor card here, okay? This is a confident energy, could represent your own internal energies on the masculine. So things in relationship to the action you're going to take about the passions that you have and your purpose and what's good for you right now. The King of Wands is, all the kings are active when they need to be, but they also know how to draw the energy toward them. So again, for you too, I feel that magnetizing energy. I also feel now, looky here, when we have like, I'm going to get a little conspiracy theory here, but we have the black and white checkered. You know how they like to use that here. This is like you being above that, you seeing through, you being able to rise above what the false layers of what most people see and still be able to transform and still be able to get moving on what is most important for you. I do feel, because you and we've been touching base in frequency Fridays and things like that, and you've done the hermit mode kind of thing. I feel like you're coming out of that in this eclipse portal. As we end the eclipse portal tonight, I feel like you're coming out of that and coming into something. But it's very good because like your awareness is about, you've got all your awarenesses about you, and it feels really like, okay, I've got a really good perspective here, and I'm very passionate about how I'm going to be moving. There's passionate, there's intentionality, there's purposeful energy going on here with this King of Wands. Now, interestingly enough, too, partnership is coming up. We have the Two of Cups. So this could be romantic energies or how you relate to romance personally. This could be the blending and that alignment. Like, so as you come into Libra season, it could be the alignment within the self. So if you're not in a relationship or looking for a relationship, this is the inner alignment. This is the masculine and feminine energies coming together, heart to heart. Watch your dreams for this. I feel like you may meet your masculine or feminine character, like how I'll say, like your cosmic avatar, like how they would present themselves to you. Your divine masculine or feminine may come into your dreams with a message here. Now, if you are in a connection, a relationship, it could mean that these things are deepening, right? But there also could be a deepening within you and where you're going with the balance that it takes for self-care, self-love. Agape, I'm getting agape, which is like love for humanity and kind of that greater love where you can just be love. And the King of Wands could definitely execute on that, where it's like a beacon of love. You're a beacon of love because you're in such a nice balance within yourself. And this seems to be like a really oh my gosh, I almost choked just trying to talk because it's so powerful. That's what I was trying to get out. This seems like a very powerful place. And I'm honestly seeing like, where the ocean crust and the fault lines in the ocean, they go like this. And when they have whatever the big movements happen, they can create tsunamis. That's kind of what it feels like. It says, powerful, may you be as potent as the ocean. So this energy over the next 2 weeks is going to be extremely powerful. With the King of Wands coming up here and you being able to wield the wand of fire, I think it's a very important time. I think that it would be good for you to really, what's the word? Not schedule. It's not schedule your moves. It's like strategize your moves, because the actions you take create a lot of force, a lot of action. It feels kind of like a tsunami or like really turbulent water, or sometimes in the ocean there's those vents. This is the kind of energy that you contain within. It could even be with this Two of Cups, with this coming together, that you have some sort of energetic breakthrough for yourself as well. All right, very cool. I think this is great. It feels good. Very active, purposeful, strategize, and it's a powerful time. Powerful time. Whoo! Almost like I almost choked because it was like so powerful, like the energy that I was feeling, like my body couldn't even like process the word. Oh, that's so crazy how that happens sometimes here. Yes, and Kimberly is just reminding everyone, if anybody's interested in the $37 Destiny Path portal reading special, it expires tonight. You can email me, Stephanie at Creators on the Crest. You can check out my Instagram story. I put a link up there. If that's something that interests you, I am still taking clients for those through tonight, and then who knows what's next, right? Who knows what's next? So if that's something that appeals to you, by all means reach out. It's a 5-card reading, and every position has a very special and dedicated like meaning to it, and then you get a bonus oracle message, and I delivered those through Instagram, Facebook, or email. I use the messenger, so I use like the voice text and or voice notes and the images of the cards, so you have it there to listen to and reflect on. But yes, thank you. Whew, okay, the Gemini is here. I think I got everyone up until Girl Gone there. All right, I'm just going back through. I'm just, because I've skipped people before. I don't want to accidentally do that again. Let me just make sure no one else dropped in. Okay, the Gemini, hi. Like 9, should I be the first one to break no contact? Ooh, this feels, the Gemini, this feels, man, I feel like uncomfortable, like I'm up against a wall here. So that's the energy I'm getting, Gemini, right off. It's like you want that breakthrough. Should you be the one to break the contact with Sag? Let me get you a timing card here. Because the energy is looking pretty auspicious for you to take action, to say something, and be very passionate. I think you've been thinking about what you would say for a long time. Oh my goodness, what? This is interesting. Okay, this is what I'm getting. 3 of Wands. This is you like contemplating. You want to take action. I think this is something that you want to do because you would like clarity on what the heck is going on here. No contact situations are a little tricky because you want to be respectful of boundaries, your own boundaries, that person's boundaries, but also your needs. If there's something, and I'm kind of feeling like there's something you want clarity on, there's some sort of information that would put your mind at ease and your heart into a more peaceful state. And so this is something you've been looking to do and contemplating. The 3 of Wands is like, okay, I got my surfboard here. Am I going to go catch this wave of communication? Am I going to do it? We've got the fire energy here connected to Sagittarius. So very much a card of, yeah, I think I want to do this. And we have the Queen of Wands here. Now, Queen of Wands is she's very powerful energy, very potent. She's going to say what she means and mean what she says here. I do think maybe breaking the no contact is more to help you than Sag themselves. I think there's something in your heart, there's something on your mind, there's something that you feel would help you feel better if you could get it out, right? And I think there's an element, like I said, when I first started shuffling, when you asked the question, Gemini, I felt like you're up against a wall, but this woman here does not, this energy, this feminine energy does not feel up against a wall. She's free. She's free. She's like holding the wand up high, like in her hand. I feel like bringing that energy in, that energy of transformation. And then she has this ball of light in her other hand, which represents clarity, which represents relief and joy. I think this is something for you that does need to happen. I don't know if you're actually going to get a response, though. That's the only thing. So if you do have fears of rejection, I'm just going to take us back to Teresa, who was dealing with rejections and asking about that at the very beginning of the live. If you do have fear of rejection, get ready, because I don't know that you're going to get a response, or even the response that you want. The breakthrough feels like it's coming down the road next year, June, summer of next year. Now, this could also represent that you do reach out, messages get received, and then you have a time to process and transmute and transform the information that you gather, and something comes into, I want to say, like a cosmic crown clarity and calmness, because we've got all these like lavender fields here. Things become more calm in June. So this is a bit of a process. I feel like the two of you have a lot of history, past life, goes on and on. Like there's a lot of entanglements, it feels like. But this feels like energy where it's kind of like you've been mulling it over for a while. You've been processing, like, should I, you've done all of that with the Three of Wands. And the Queen's like, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to sit in my seat of power, knowing that I can transform and transmute, whether it's no response, really drawn out, time frame before I get a response, or I feel a certain way, because no responses can inform you as well. So you have to keep that in mind. Metaphysical dynamics says I can relate. There's a lot of people who could probably relate here. I remember going through this too, especially when you feel a strong pull to someone. I just want to remind everybody with Gemini here, and then I see Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. I'll get your question here, but I see here that I'm feeling here that sometimes we're drawn to people, and in our minds we think it's because we want to reconnect, but sometimes it's because we just need an answer. We just need an answer. We just need that little piece of the puzzle that's going to bring us that clarity. So we don't always get what we want, but we usually get what we need, right? And so I do think for your own, like there's something you have to get out, like this no contact. You've got to break through that, at least for yourself, it feels like, and it looks like here. But as for what clears eventually, it's looking like by next June, you're going to have, and I know that seems far away, but my goodness, this month has flown by. Where's the time go? Does anybody wake up and then the next thing you know, it's like time to go to bed? Okay. So who knows what's going to feel like, right? Because it's been crazy. These timelines are woo all over the place here. All right, we've got Jennifer up next. Jennifer Morales, hello. What are Carlos's feelings and intentions? Oh, Carlos, what is up? We're going to go to the Wizard's Tarot and see what are Carlos's feelings and intentions. Interesting. Let me get a Sea Soul Journeys here. Carlos is going through his own portal here, I feel like. Carlos, okay, I'm just going to say Carlos, Jennifer, wants a new beginning. He's clearing out something. He's walked away or is in the process of walking away from some sort of feelings and emotions that didn't work out for him. Okay. The eight of cups is about, I'm leaving behind something. I'm leaving behind the way I did it before. Okay. This could be in how Carlos approaches romance and relationships, how he would plan to approach you. Something did not work for Carlos in the past. And you could see the Wizard here is looking back like, do I do that again? No, I better keep going out this door, right? I got to go out and I got to find a new path here. And the reason I say he wants something different is he got the Ace of Pentacles too here with his intentions. He wants to be able to present something that's heart-centered, but gosh, it feels like with Carlos, maybe what is it? Like he's got a bit of a heart shield going on here, maybe from that pain that he's still working on releasing, whatever he's moving away from. He has really solid intentions, though, showing up here with the Ace of Pentacles. I think there's a little bit of a process. He's probably been through it on his end, but he wants to be able to offer something really solid to you. Okay, really solid, like, this is not only, do I feel good about this, but this makes sense practically. I want to have something to offer. I want to, he may lead this way with the Pentacles energy with a more practical, because he has trouble. You're saying he does have a hard time express. Yeah, he has a hard time. And he knows he's messed it up before. Okay. He knows he's stumbled on his words, said the wrong thing. Maybe just even I feel like he's saying I've been a sucker, like I've been a sucker and someone maybe took advantage of him, and like a sucker, like I fell for something, right? And so he goes for when he comes toward with intentions that matter, he comes through with something that he feels is solid. To you it might feel like that's not very romantic, you know, but to him it's like, this is how I feel safe expressing to you, so know that. And with the Ace here, I do feel like this eclipse portal has been an important time for him. I think it's given him a chance to reground himself, and he definitely wants to start off on the right foot here. He definitely wants to start off on the right foot, or this new cycle on in a good way. It feels like your connection with him has a lot of resilience. You got resilient. May your soul weather the storms. So this may be something the two of you relate on, that you can kind of say, yeah, relationship energies are tricky. Do be careful. Like if he's still if he does come forward with this practical thing and you're like, I feel like there's more to it, there probably is, but at the same time we want to take our time so as not to trauma bond, right, to anyone, or you'll be able to read it. I think, think about resilience, think about the patience that it takes, that these stones gathered their smoothness over time by the water running over them over and over and over for long periods of time. And I feel like that's kind of like your connection with Carlos. It's a very resilient. So even if one or the other of you have going through a hard time or haven't been able to figure things out or struggle to express, if you just remember this resilience and the healing powers of like that water element in the ocean, I think that will really help you with the patience and the considerations. He's definitely it's going to take him a little time to work through it. That's okay. It happens. It happens. It happens. All right. You guys are talking about Christmas. I know, right? It's like, gosh, I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to clear things out. That's what I'm trying to do. Um, Jennifer said you've been in no contact for 4 months. Yeah. And I mean, if you're ready to say something, you're ready to say something. It definitely seemed like you were. Faith is here. Faith, hello. Oh, I'm glad you stopped in here. Just the best message for you this week for your daily life. Okay, best message for Faith this week for her daily life, please. Ooh, interesting energies. Let's go to the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle for you too, because you've asked about the week. So I like when you give me the time frame, and then I don't have to like look and see what's the time frame going to be. And I love that some of you are focusing on like the week, the next few weeks, the month of October, this next season. Like I think that's great. Sometimes it's all we can do is just to like, let me just try to get sorted for this upcoming week so I can move forward in the best energies possible. I'm feeling that for you, Faith. I'm feeling that that's that you want. Now, this is really interesting. For you, Faith, I feel like it's a matter of going within to expand. Okay. So this week is going to be a time of reflection for you. It's going to be a time of interpersonal relationship to the self. If you can get a little solitude, it's looking like it would be a good week for that. You have the Queen of Swords here. She's confident. And I'm getting the energies. A lot of burps here. Okay. She's confident. She's getting her clarity. She's taking her time. She does not have the sword raised in an active position, so she may not yet be having a lot of communication with people. She may not want to reveal all her cards yet. She may not want to share yet. She's in contemplation mode. She's considering. This may feel a little to people who in your life who may not understand or be very experienced with boundaries, it may feel like you're a little cold or putting them off a bit. But that's also a part of this, is helping other people understand her boundaries, your boundaries here. So I see you as this queen going into this. I'm going to contemplate. I'm going to be choosing my words very wisely. I am going to come into a better understanding with my own boundaries and what I need and where I begin and someone else ends and what's my role, someone else's role. There's a lot of this. Let me look at this from multiple perspectives. And you also got the Hermit. This is that solitude time, but gosh, the Hermit is it's just one of the wisest cards in the tarot at all, period. It is so masterful to be able to go inside yourself and really gain that clarity, especially before you decide to speak. I feel that there's sorting that you're going to be doing so that when you do wield that sword, when you do decide to communicate, it truly is coming from a place of connection within your heart core essence. Your inner guidance system is really going to be navigating that. Now, we do have kind of that narrow path. It can be hard path to walk when you are trying to get some alone time, trying to get some solitude, and you're a mom and you're a partner, and then there's work and there's like all these things, and like you're just like, can I just get a day? Can I just get a day? And if you can get a day, take a day if you can get the day. But otherwise, just grab every moment you can to do that inner reflection, because you're literally going in and kind of turning inside out and then you got this expansive energy. It's like the vastness of the ocean. May you connect to the whole. This is Jupiter energy. So if you have your chart handy, look into your Jupiter placements and energies. This is about you really getting clear within. And it does feel kind of like turning yourself inside out, and it feels like you're going to realize that your actual nature and your ability to hold this queen energy is, again, I get power, I get powerful, I get expansive, I get you're going to be heard when you're ready to speak. You're going to be heard. You're going to command that. Okay, so perfect week for, yes, good. If you have a lot of week time this week by yourself, reflection, look at these two characters, how similar, reflecting, meditating, getting clear in your own thoughts, getting clarity within the self, turning the self inside out. And then something is expansion. Expansion is on the other side of this for you as well. But it's kind of cool because we're going into Libra season. So expansion during Libra season really indicates that it's an opportune time for you to do that in a very balanced way. Ooh, good questions tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in and dropping your questions. We are right at 8, like perfect timing. I got to everyone who dropped in. And I will be back on the channel live for Frequency Friday. And then I'll be back in 2 weeks in October, right? So I don't even have the date because I was like trying to get ready for the live and I didn't even write that down. But it'll be on here. Stay tuned, stay true, and keep creating. Many blessings to everyone. Love you all. Have a good night.